Before YouTube, I started 3 side hustles and they all failed miserably. And then I started YouTube as a bit of an experiment. I made videos for 1.5 years straight without earning a single penny. But 47 videos later, everything changed with one viral video. During these 18 months, there were many moments where I felt like giving up, and when my videos were only getting 30 views, I thought this will be my 4th failure in a row. But there was one framework which changed my entire perspective and kept me going despite me seeing little to no results. When we set out on any new endeavor, whether that's a startup, a side hustle, or a relationship, we all go through the emotional cycle of change. We start with uninformed optimism. The highlight reel of others makes us believe that success is inevitable if we just stay consistent. But as time passes, we realize that things are not as easy as we originally thought, and informed pessimism slowly creeps in. We encounter challenges and setbacks that we originally overlooked during the honeymoon period, and eventually we reach the valley of despair, where despite all our efforts, nothing seems to work. And it's usually at this stage where most people burn out and give up. Whilst laying in this valley, we'll notice a new trend, a new idea, a new person, leading us to repeat this cycle all over again, and majority of us live life in this continuous loop, jumping from one idea to the next and one relationship to another. Just as quickly as we scroll through reels, we quit and move on, using the first sign of burnout as our excuse to chase the next big thing. And for the longest time, I was stuck in this loop chasing one idea to the next and one business model to another. But as soon as I understood the following principle, I was able to break free from this cycle. To break free from this cycle, choose your pursuit based on the sacrifice you're willing to tolerate, not the so-called success you've been promised. If you inherently enjoy what you do, then you'll be able to push through the lows and escape this cycle to reach informed optimism, where you truly understand what's required to attain mastery and success in your chosen pursuit. So it's important to pick wisely from the onset. Pick something where the reward feels worth the sacrifice. As they say, is the juice worth the squeeze? But if the juice is only monetary, then burnout isn't a question of if, it's a question of when. And this exactly was the case for me before YouTube. My choices were purely based on monetary reasons, not because I genuinely enjoyed or was interested in those things. So as soon as I experienced a period of dip, I would burn out, quit, and move on to the next thing. As Seth Godin explains, it's the dip which separates the best from the rest. It weeds out the winners from the losers. Real winners know when to quit, and losers quit on almost everything. So if you pick something you don't care about, then chances are you'll stay stuck in this dip and bounce around different ideas without ever making any meaningful progress. As paradoxical as it sounds, the best way to serve your audience is to not think about them. Instead, pick something which scratches your own itch or solves your own problem, because now you're no longer doing it for external validation, you're doing it for yourself. It's like the actor who's no longer acting, they've become the character. And once you're in this space, you'll be ready to camp a fire in the valley of despair, and no amount of wind will be able to burn you out or force you to quit. As burnout doesn't come from doing more work, it comes from doing work you don't inherently enjoy. So pick wisely from the onset and be ready for the journey ahead, because the dip is inevitable. If you want to know more about my previous 3 failed side hustles, then sign up to my newsletter, where in my next issue, I'll break each one down along with the lessons I've learned, so you can avoid the same mistakes I made.